This is Wisdom Tales, where stories inspire and lessons last forever. There was once a young man named Daniel who had a dream. He wanted to build his own business. Every morning, Daniel woke up excited. He wrote ideas in a notebook. He watched videos. He read books. He made plans. And every day, he told someone about those plans. He told his friends. He told his neighbors. He told his relatives. "I'm going to start a big business," he would proudly say. One friend would reply, "Wow, Daniel, that's amazing." Another would say, "You will become very successful." Daniel loved hearing those words. They made him feel important. But there was one problem. Months passed. Nothing happened. The notebook became full of ideas. But Daniel never started. Whenever he thought about taking action, he would say to himself, "I'll begin next week. I need more time. I need a better plan. I should learn a little more first." Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Still, Daniel kept sharing his dreams. One evening, as Daniel sat outside his house, an old man named Mr. Samuel walked by. Mr. Samuel was respected by everyone in the village. He lived a simple life, but people often came to him for advice. Seeing Daniel sitting quietly, Mr. Samuel asked, "Why do you look troubled, my son?" Daniel sighed. "I have many dreams, but somehow I never start. I tell everyone what I want to do, but I always delay." The old man smiled gently. Then he placed an empty clay jar on the ground. "Tomorrow morning," he said, "come to my house." The next day, Daniel arrived early. Mr. Samuel handed him the empty jar. "I want you to fill this jar with water from the river," he said. Daniel laughed. "That is easy." He picked up the jar and started walking. But on his way, he met a friend. "Where are you going?" the friend asked. Daniel proudly explained the task. His friend admired him. Daniel stayed and talked for almost an hour. Then he continued walking. Soon he met another friend. Again, Daniel explained the task. Again, he stayed and talked. This continued throughout the day. By sunset, Daniel finally reached the river. But it was too late. Dark clouds had gathered. Heavy rain began to fall. The river became dangerous. Daniel had no choice but to return home with the jar still empty. The next morning, he returned to Mr. Samuel feeling ashamed. "I failed," Daniel said softly. Mr. Samuel looked at the empty jar. Then he asked, "What kept you from filling it?" Daniel lowered his head. "I spent too much time talking." Mr. Samuel nodded. Then he said something Daniel would never forget. Many people carry empty jars through life. They speak about their dreams so often that talking begins to feel like progress. They receive praise before they earn results. And slowly, they lose the hunger to act. Daniel remained silent. The old man continued, "Dreams grow in silence. Seeds buried underground do not announce themselves. They simply grow." Daniel finally understood. He had been collecting compliments instead of taking action. From that day on, he stopped talking about his plans. He stopped seeking approval. Instead, he started working quietly. Every morning he spent 1 hour building his business. No announcements, no promises, no social media posts, just work. Some days were difficult. Some days he wanted to tell everyone what he was doing. But he remembered the empty jar. Months later, people began noticing changes. Daniel had new skills. His confidence had grown. And eventually, his small business started making money. People were surprised. "Why didn't you tell us?" they asked. Daniel simply smiled. This time, he understood something important. Results speak louder than plans. In real life, many of us make the same mistake. We announce our goals. We tell everyone what we are going to do. We enjoy the praise. But sometimes that praise tricks our minds into feeling accomplished before we have done any real work. Instead of sharing every plan, try keeping some dreams private. Protect them. Work on them quietly. Let your actions speak for you. A simple way to start is this. Choose one goal. Do just 2 minutes of work on it today. Then repeat tomorrow, and avoid announcing it until you have real progress to show. Remember, not every seed needs sunlight on the first day. Some dreams grow best in silence. If this story inspired you, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more stories. And always remember, every story has a lesson.